Aldermen, the privilege needs to go, pure and simple. The aldermen have been among the biggest obstacles to providing for affordable housing. Secondly, there should be no exemptions. When we provide developers with money, they should comply. They should not be able to buy themselves out of providing those affordable units that they have made a commitment to. And I will support Lincoln Yards. I think Lincoln Yards is a boondoggle that's specifically designed to enrich the political elites here and the contractual elites here rather than benefit the community. I think it's going to do immense harm to that community. I also think what we have to do is we have to remove the obstacles to affordable housing. You realize that if you remove the obstacles to affordable housing, like conversion of unapproved units to garden units, you could create 150,000 units in 2 to 3 years without a single subsidy, and those would be affordable units. You realize that there are close to 40 to 50,000 unoccupied residences in this city? Well, what if we took those residents and turned them over to community-based organizations, allowed the community-based organization to take ownership of those residents and to reintroduce those residents into the community and provided them with the developer fee grants that they could then use to retrofit those buildings for whatever the needs of the communities were. And then finally, there is no substitution for property tax caps, pure and simple. Pure and simple. You want to stop gentrification? Cap property taxes. I've laid out a very detailed plan that talks about structurally balancing the budget and permanently capping property tax fees and fines so that people are not taxed out of their communities or not taxed out of their farms. Thank you.
Well, first of all, I would not raise property taxes. In fact, I won't raise taxes on anything. There's been enough taxes raised. Taxes run business out of the community, run people out of their homes. And a lot of people that look at that they raise taxes to fix a problem, but a lot of people haven't taken and used their own money themselves and trying to balance a budget, but they use the citizen dollars to balance budget and give it to their friend. No taxes at all. I think what we have to do is create businesses within the community. Once we create business within the community, it gives people hope. Also, it makes sure that the city itself do business with the community and give grants to make sure that we can have the dollars necessary to go into. You can't borrow money from the bank because you do not have collateral. So you have to set the grant up to build a good infrastructure and train people to do the job. Once they do the job, then they can do business with the city of Chicago to help develop those communities. It won't be minimum wages, but I think it should be like a living wage. So you have to put those infrastructures in place. That's what I would do as mayor.
Thank you, Derek, for your important question.
I'm so sorry.
That's okay. On this issue, I have been a strong advocate across the city for community benefits agreements that are tied to development projects because residents want to know that we can actually maximize the benefit, the positive benefit of development projects for those who currently live there. That's something that we have not seen in far too many instances. Community benefits agreements contemplate everything from affordable access, affordable housing on site, to the aesthetics of the project, to the types of jobs that are created with the project, both immediate and long-term jobs. And what we are asking for is accountability so that we don't have to have development with displacement, which has been a problem across the city. Secondly, extending affordable housing or expanding affordable housing has to include family-sized units. Because when people move, they want to move with their families, not into a single occupancy or one-bedroom housing. So that is something that we must be much more aggressive on as a city, even as we're talking about access to affordable housing. With regard to TIFs, the fundamental problem with the Lincoln Yards project is it's simply outside of the boundaries of what TIFs are supposed to be used for. We have not leveraged TIFs to address blight in our more economically challenged communities. And not only is this a violation of the parameters of TIF, but you're essentially creating a city within a city in an area that would otherwise experience development otherwise. And it's also being ran through, and I believe that community engagement is not a process that you can rush. And finally, we have to give people abilities to get the benefit from their homes through subsidies so that as the home values increase, they can actually
I'd like to
I'm the first time voter for this election.